Hello, everyone, and welcome to Verbling. Teacher Ryan here with our regular reading class for our Saturday Weird News of the World. And today it's kind of a special edition of the class. It's not going to be current news we're talking about, but today we're going to read a series of short articles about different treasures that have been found throughout history in the oceans. So it's going to be an interesting class. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. We'll encounter some new vocabulary, practice our pronunciation, and just in general. It should be a very good conversation class. So a couple of things you'll want before we get too far. First of all, I'll give you a link to an article that we're going to use as the basis for today's material. Let me just put it in the chat here. Okay, and another reminder for you students is to please keep your microphones muted when you're not speaking in the class. So let's get started and say hello to Heidi. How are you today, Heidi?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Good, nice to see you too. I'm hearing a lot of background noise. Are you getting that too, Heidi?
Not from me. Really? From me?
No, I don't know where it's
I
coming
don't
from.
think so.
Let me just try muting a couple of people and see if we can clear it up. Ah, there it is. Okay. Very good. So, and now my camera is not working. Are you guys seeing video of me or just my icon?
Video is you.
You see my video? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, good enough. I don't see it, but I know what I look like, so it's okay. So Heidi, tell me, what is the most interesting thing or most valuable thing you have ever found?
Ever have found? I'm not sure. While I was running my shop, I bought a lot of accessories, gold accessories. And then I closed my shop because I got sick. Then recently, gold price is getting higher and higher. I loved going abroad, but my friend in the Italian or some countries, they warned me, you shouldn't put gold accessory. Maybe it will be snatched. So I couldn't put accessory anymore. Then I sold it. It was very good price.
Okay. So you owned a store when
Yes, before.
A jewelry store. That's interesting.
Not jewelry store. I was running some textiles for sewing materials.
Oh, okay, textiles.
But that time, it's a hobby to collect some gold jewelry.
Okay, gotcha. So the two kind of combined a little bit.
Yeah, I had a friend at a jewelry shop.
Ah, very nice. Okay, that's interesting. Very good. Well, nice to have you here in the class. Welcome.
Thank you.
And let's see if we can say hello to Abimelech.
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you. And how are you?
Very good, thanks. Nice to have you here in the class. I think it's our first time in the same class together.
Yes, it's first time.
Now, where are you from?
I'm from India.
Okay, excellent. So let me ask you the same question I asked Heidi. What's the most interesting or valuable thing you have ever found? Like maybe you were on the beach and you found something, some jewelry, or maybe you found some money, or just something interesting you found.
Okay. once I was traveling on the train, and someone left a laptop, and I got it, and I was unable to return it back. That was,
Okay. You couldn't locate the owner.
yes.
Okay. Wow, that's a pretty valuable thing to find. Okay, very interesting, Abimelech. Thank you. Nice to have you here in the class, by the way.
Thank you.
What about Obaid? Hello, Obaid. Let me just type to him. Maybe he's using the Google chat, so I'll just switch over and type it in there as well. See if we can get these technical issues ironed out. Okay, well, we'll go on to say hello to Sergey first. How are you doing, Sergey?
Hi, Ryan. I'm very well.
Good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Did you have trouble yesterday with the classes?
Trouble? No.
No, everything was okay?
Yep.
Some were having trouble joining classes yesterday.
No, everything was okay.
Okay, great. They must have worked it out. So tell me, Sergey, what is the most interesting thing you have ever found or valuable thing?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't remember something special, but when I was a child, maybe it was 10 years ago, I found $5.
$5 whole?
Yeah, I bought a lot of ice cream.
Well, that's a typical thing that a kid would do, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you need to have an adventure and find something more valuable than $5.
I have an adventure, but I didn't find something.
You tried? Where did you go?
London, Britain.
But nothing there. Nothing turned up for you.
Nothing. No.
Oh man. Okay. Very good. Well, welcome.
I will try in the future.
Yeah, you go on some real. We're going to talk about some adventures today, so that's why I'm asking you guys about this. Let's say hello to Umberto for a minute. Hi, Umberto.
Hello, Ryan.
How are you today? I'm good. Yeah.
Fine, thank you. Fine,
Nice
thank you.
to have you with us today.
Thank you.
So, what about you? What's the most exciting, interesting, or valuable thing you have found?
I don't think I have found nothing special. I guess I'm not lucky.
Okay, okay. You feel like you're unlucky when it comes to
Unlucky.
finding things.
Yes.
Well, that some of us feel that way, yeah. I haven't found a lot of amazing things either. I would like to, though. Do you ever watch movies about treasure? Umberto, have you ever watched movies where they're hunting for treasure?
Like the Indiana Jones.
Ah, yes, of
Yes,
course.
a famous film movie.
That's a pretty.
They are chasing, I think like a Calice.
Yeah, they're trying to find the Ark of the Covenant
An
from
ark.
from the Bible
Yes,
in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
yes.
Yeah, that was a good movie for sure. Well, we're going to talk about some real life treasure today. Let's see now. Let's just check in with Obaid again. Hello, Obaid. Can you hear us?
Hello, teacher. How are you? Can you hear me?
Good, good. I can hear you now. Yes. So, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you today, teacher?
Good, good. Oh, I see Alibek is having trouble entering the class. I'm just going to type a message to him. Alibek, if you can hear me, some of the students yesterday had to either use Chrome browser to get into the class, or they had to turn off the pop-up blocker in Firefox, and then they seemed to be able to get into the class a little more easily. So Alibek, if you're trying, try one of those two options. Switch to Chrome or turn off your blocker. Let me put the link to this class in the chat box as well, just in case that will help you. Maybe you can come in directly. Okay. So, sorry, Obaid, we kind of cut you off there. So, Obaid, have you ever found anything interesting?
Interesting about what, teacher?
You know, it could be anything. It could be money or jewelry or anything at all.
I think everyone interesting in life. This is very important for our life.
So, have you found some?
Yeah, I have business. I have many shopping of IT information technology.
Okay, but I mean, like, say you're walking in the woods or in the forest or on the beach, and you happen to see something and you find it like a treasure. Have you ever found anything like that?
No, because I'm bad lucky.
Okay, so today's class is going to be interesting for all of us then, because if we have found something, we can appreciate how exciting it is, and if we've never found something, these stories will really help our imagination. So I'm just going to mute you, Obaid, because there's a lot of background noise with your microphone. Okay. Alibek, you managed to join us. How are you?
Yeah, finally I have joined you. There's
Wow.
some problem, technical some problem, I think.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of a problem too, because I can't see my own video. I don't see your icons in my screen today, but we'll stick with it because it seems to be working. So Alibek,
Yes.
what about you? Have you ever found anything, a treasure of some kind?
In my life, well,
Yeah.
actually not yet.
Would you like to?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, me too. So let's just do a little brainstorming here. I'm going to share my screen with you. We'll just do a little. Oh, it's not working properly for me.
And for me too.
Okay, I'm going to have to. Don't go away, everybody. I'm just going to refresh my Google Hangout.
Okay.
See if I can get it working. So stay put. I'll be right back. Okay. Hey, I can see my video now, and I can see you guys. Great, finally. Let me just turn on my Google chat box here. And we can get going. Okay, so now I will share my screen with you. There we go. So here you see I have a picture of a sunken ship. So what are some words that come to your mind when you look at this image? Let's start with Heidi.
This is a little small, but I heard something in ship. I remember the Titanic.
You think of the Titanic. Okay. Very good. What other words come to your mind? How about you, Alibek?
Hello?
Yep, go ahead.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, when you look at this picture, let me pin it so that it doesn't go away here. When you look at this picture, what are some words that come to your mind? What words do you think of?
Okay, teacher, I'm on iPad, so I can't see any pictures. I will try to reload it on my PC. Okay.
Oh, okay. You can't
I'm
see the
sorry.
screen. You can't see the screen share in the Hangout.
Yes, the screen is limited very much.
Okay, because normally even with the iPad, you can see the screen sharing.
I'll be soon. Okay.
Okay, sure. Yep. Okay. How about Umberto? What words come to your mind?
Some gold coins.
Gold coins.
Gold
Aha.
coins.
Great. Gold coins. All right. How about Abimelech?
Well, the ship has sunken deep in the ocean.
Okay. So you think about it just makes you think about the ocean?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. How about Sergey?
Shipwreck.
Shipwreck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pessimistic.
Very good. Obaid? Hello, Obaid? Can you hear us? Maybe he stepped away. Okay. Humberto?
Another word
Have you got something else? Yeah.
like cannon. The
Can.
guns the guns they change shots. It's like cannon. It's right.
Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, that's perfect. Anything else, Heidi?
Bermuda Triangle.
The Bermuda Triangle. Okay, yes. Very mysterious. Okay. And whoops. How about Sergey? Have you got another word for us?
Chest.
Okay, good. You're thinking of like a treasure chest.
Yeah, treasure chest.
Good one. Okay. Uh, let's see. What about you, Abimelech? Have you got another word for us?
Digester.
Say it one more time for me.
Digester.
Can you type it in the chat box?
Okay.
Ah, disaster. Okay, yes. All right, very good. Perfect. Okay, so these are all excellent words you've chosen, and it's amazing how many of these words are likely going to come up in some of the stories that we're going to read today. And it certainly gets our imagination going when we see pictures like this. So let's open up this document and read some treasure hunting tales. I'll give you the link again just in case you didn't get it the first time. And I'll put it in both chat boxes. There it is. So you can go ahead and open that up. We'll start up here at the top of the page. You see the theme today is 11 treasure hunting tales. So the way we want to do it today, to try and involve everyone a little bit more as we read through the articles, is I'm going to assign one person to read the paragraph, and then I'm going to assign someone else to think of a question that they can ask the reader about. Okay? So, for example, we'll have Sergey do the reading for number 1, Nuestra Señora de Atocha. And while he reads, Heidi, can you come up with one good question to test Sergey's reading comprehension? Okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. So, Sergey, you're on.
Okay. In 1622, a fleet of Spanish ships battled a hurricane and lost, settling at the bottom of the sea among the Florida Keys. These include Nuestra Señora de Atocha, Our Lady of Atocha, which was carrying copper, silver, gold, tobacco, gems, and jewelry. The Spanish tried and failed to recover the lost valuables, so the wreck remained in the deep until 1985, when treasure hunter Mel Fisher found it after years of searching. The Atocha mother lode amounted to more than 14 tons of silver and gold, including Colombian emeralds, 1,000 silver bars, artifacts made of precious metals, and more than 100,000 pieces of eight. So far, the spoils have reached about $450 million, and they are still excavating. You can actually search the torture for yourself. For a fee, Fisher's family leads dives of the wreck, letting divers take home up to $300 in authentic shipwreck treasure.
All right, nice job, Sergey. Good reading. So we'll practice a couple of words of pronunciation. But first, let's just say hello to Shadow, who's just joined us. How are you today?
Yeah, hello, teacher. Hello, everybody. I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Nice to have you back with us for today's class. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Heidi, were you able to think of a good question to ask Sergey about what he read?
Yes. I have very good question.
Okay, go for it.
Now,
Yep, go ahead. Give him the question.
how long Nuestra Señora de Atocha was sleeping on the in the depths of the sea?
Mathematics is my weak point. It's for about 300 years, close to.
Yeah, 360.
If you want a correct answer, let me.
363 years.
More than 300.
Oh, that's awesome, Heidi. Your question is great. You're making us learn math.
Yeah.
We're learning English and math at the same time. We can tell that Heidi is a scientist. Very good. Okay, nice question. So, Sergey, let's practice a couple of words together.
Okay.
Here we have the word tobacco.
Tobacco.
And you want to make sure at the end you make that long O sound. O, tobacco.
Tobacco.
Good. That's very good. And then in the next line here, we have this word. And in this case, the ED ending, the E is silent. So we would pronounce it remained. Remained.
Remained. Remained.
Exactly. That's perfect. Good. And I have another question for you. This isn't about pronunciation. But here they use an expression. They call the treasure the mother lode. Do you have any idea what that expression might mean?
Maybe it's translation from Nuestra Señora.
Because it's a woman, the mother. Well, that's a good guess, but that's not correct. Does anybody else know what the mother lode might be? Well, it has to do with mining. If you had a gold mine or a silver mine, and you were digging and digging and digging and digging, and you just find a little bit here and a little bit there, one day, imagine that you find a huge amount of gold or silver in your mine. Then you have found what they call the mother lode, the biggest amount of gold.
Oh, yeah, I see.
So in this case, the mother lode refers to the treasure on board this ship. Okay, very good. Let's go on. You did an excellent job, Sergey. Thank you so much.
Thank
To
you.
number 2. Number 2 is the SS Central America. So this time we'll invite, let's see, Alibek, can you hear us?
Yes. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yep, I can hear you very well. So Alibek, you can do the reading,
Okay.
and perhaps Shadow, while he reads, you can come up with a good question about the paragraph for him, okay?
Okay.
Very good. So go ahead, Alibek.
235 years later, the SS Central America also fell victim to a hurricane, this one off the North Carolina coast on September 11, 1957. Roughly 425 people sank to a watery grave, as well as 21 tons of gold valued at about 2 million. It stayed there for 131 years, until an Ohio treasure hunter named Tommy Thompson found the vessel with his crew in 1988. Gold that later sold for 50 to 60 million was recovered, but those involved say that only 5% of the ship was excavated, leaving untold riches left on the ocean floor. In 2011, amid disputes over who or what company the gold really belonged to, 39 insurance companies have put in claims. Thompson disappeared. His lawyer has said that Thompson is at sea and will be notified of impending charges and warrants when he returns. Just for context as to how much this wreck is worth, an anonymous man identified only as a Forbes 400 executive bought an 80-pound brick of gold recovered from the wreck for 8 million in 2001.
All right. Excellent reading. Wow. Really impressive. Good job, Alibek.
Thank you.
So let's see what question Shadow has for you.
Okay. What is the weird thing in this paragraph?
What the main thing?
Weird. I think this is like a weird news. What is the weirdest thing in this paragraph?
Weird?
Mm-hmm.
Can you spell it by the letters?
Sure. I didn't get it really, but I think it's like that. I mean, I didn't get the. I had
Well,
to ask.
normally this class is about really weird things that are
Okay,
happening
weird.
in the news
Yes.
normally. Today,
Okay.
I just decided to do something a little different. But is there anything in this paragraph that you think is weird, Alibek?
Well, that story about that there was some victim of hurricane on the North Carolina, and about some how that that situation where the people were.
Okay. Who discovered the treasure?
Tommy Thompson.
And what happened to him?
He is disappeared, and his lawyer said that he is at sea.
Right. So that's kind of strange, right? He finds this treasure with all of this money and then he just disappears mysteriously.
Yes.
That's kind of weird, isn't it? Is that what you were
Yes.
thinking about, Shadow? Did you think that was weird also?
I mean, this man is disappeared also in the sea.
He's just, yeah, nobody knows where he is. His lawyer says he's at sea somewhere. He's on a ship somewhere. Nobody knows.
I think this is not weird.
It's not weird?
No.
Why do you think he's missing?
Maybe because he found this money and he didn't want anyone to ask him about anything like what they want.
Yeah, he's running from the law maybe.
Yeah, so it's not weird. It's something that usually people do.
Okay. Very good, Shadow. Very good. All right, Alibek, let's practice a couple of words here together. I noticed you have a little bit of difficulty with words that start with the letter V. Let me make this a little bigger. I'm noticing it's kind of hard to read on the screen. See if I get this larger. There we go. So, Alibek, can you read? I'll say this word and try to get the V sound. You put your top teeth on your bottom lip to get that V sound. Victim.
Okay.
Victim.
Victim.
Good. And here's another one just a little further down. Same thing. Valued. Valued.
Valued.
Valued. Excuse me. Valued.
Valued.
There you go. Good. And just one more here in the next line. Same thing. Vessel. Vessel.
Vessel.
Very good. Excellent job, Alibek. Nicely done. Okay. Before we move on, does anyone have any questions about any of the words in these paragraphs? Okay, so let's go on to number 3. This one is about a ship called the RMS Republic. There's a picture of it. So for this paragraph, or 2 paragraphs, let's invite Abimelech. You could do the reading. And Obaid, can you hear us? Obaid, are you there? Okay, still having some trouble. So in this case, how about Umberto? You can come up with a question to ask Abimelech. Okay? Umberto?
Okay.
All right, great. So go ahead, Abimelech, and start your reading.
Okay. Had the Titanic's future passengers been paying attention to the White Star Line's track record, they could have avoided their fateful trip. 3 years before, the unsinkable luxury liner set sail. The White Star Line lost the RMS Republic when it sank 50 miles off the coast of Nantucket after it was struck by the SS Florida. With the exception of 3 unlucky passengers, everyone on the Republic made it safety off of the ship. The cargo did not. However, the treasure hunters have been searching for it ever since, though the exact contents are unknown. Legend persists that 3 lakhs or $3 lakhs in freshly minted American gold eagle coins lay at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Why that much money was on the ship is another unknown, but theories include earthquake relief for Messina, Italy, and payment on a loan from the Imperial Russian government. The lost ship was rediscovered by Captain Martin Barley in 1981, though they have attempted recovery efforts several times. The money has yet to turn up. Barley does have a legal claim to the wreckage and its contents, so although millions of dollars worth of coins could legitimately be there for the finding, they're not really there for you to take.
Okay, wow, Abimelech, that was really good. Nice job. I liked how clearly you pronounced each of the words and you chose a nice speed to read the paragraph. You did very well.
Thank you.
Now, let's see what question Umberto has come up with for you.
I'd like to ask why was there so many golden coins in the ship?
All right, good questions. So what do you think, Abimelech? What are some possible reasons that all that money was on the ship?
I have no idea.
Okay, who can help out Abimelech?
Can you say the question again, teacher?
Go ahead, Umberto.
Why was there so many golden coins on the ship? On the ship, on the Navy.
Okay, so this liner, this luxury liner, it's meant for carrying passengers, but it had 3 million in coins. So why were those coins on the ship?
It's unknown, he said.
Okay, but there are some
Theory include
theories.
Mm-hmm.
Can I answer?
Sure, go ahead.
Yes, it was for if to accord to some theories, it was a loan from the Russian government.
That's one. Yes. Were there any other theories?
You mean
Yes.
So go ahead, Shadow.
You mean earthquake relief for Messina, Italy?
Good. That's another possibility. So they're not really sure, but it could be one of those things.
Right.
Yep.
What's an earthquake relief? What does it mean?
Very good question. Do any of you students know? How could you explain that?
I visited Messina before. The Messina was very close to the Messina. There's a big volcano. It erupted many times, and maybe a very big earthquake happened. Then the Messina was broken. All city was broken under the ash. So to relieve and to encourage the people.
Okay, good.
Money.
Right on. So here's an example. Do you remember just a few years ago there was a massive earthquake in Haiti? And many countries of the world sent money to help out the people of Haiti. So in that case, we would call that earthquake relief. The relief is help financially to cope with the losses. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So let's practice a couple of words here. This was Abimelech.
Yes.
So one word I want to practice with you is up here in the second line. This one is pronounced luxury. Luxury. Can you say that?
Luxury.
Very good. Perfect. And then a little further down, we have another word starts with the letter L. This one is pronounced legend. Legend.
Legend.
One more time.
Legend.
Okay, good. Nicely done. And just one more I want to practice with you is the last word, in the first paragraph. And we want to make sure we get this pronounced correctly in the middle of the word. This is pronounced government. Government. Can you say that?
Government.
Government. There's an N in there. So we have to try to get the N and the M sound. Government.
Okay. Government.
Good. Now put it all together a little faster. Government.
Government.
Okay, that's better. Good. All right, nice job, Abimelech.
Thank
Any
you.
questions about this paragraph before we go to our next story? Okay, on we go. So here, number 4 is Yamashita's gold. So for this one, let's have Shadow do the reading, and perhaps Sergey could come up with a question for Shadow. Okay?
Mhm. Okay. The Nazis weren't the only ones hiding precious metals and art during World War II. It's rumored that Japanese forces stashed large amounts of gold somewhere in the Philippines in the early 1940s, where it has remained hidden for the better part of a century, named after Japanese General Tomoyuki Yamashita. The loot
Allegedly.
allegedly consists of a wide variety of valuables taken from banks, churches, museums, and private homes, among other places. After a brief stop in Singapore, Yamashita's gold was ferried to the Philippines, where higher-ups believed it would be safe until the end of the war. It wasn't. Some researchers believe that the American military was able to recover most of it and use it fund Cold War operations. Others say there is no evidence to suggest that there is any booty at all, let alone the massive quantities prep, purported
Good. Yep.
purported to be hidden. Stories were still swirling as late as 1992, when Imelda Marcos claimed that her late husband's wealth came from finding Yamashita's gold, not from embezzlement or kickbacks, according to a man named Rogelio, I don't know, Rogelio, maybe Rogelio Roxas. That's true. In 1988, he filed a lawsuit saying that he found Marco's stash, then was incarcerated, incarcerated and badly beaten for his troubles.
All right, that was marvelous. Very good job, Shadow. Thank you
Oh,
so
thank
much.
you.
So before we practice a couple of words, let's see what Sergey has to ask you.
Yeah, I'll try. How do you think why Yamashita didn't left his gold in Singapore?
Why he didn't left?
Yeah, in Singapore. Why he chose Philippines? Not about safe in the world.
Okay, so we would say, why didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Maybe
write it in a Google chat?
are you writing Gerbling or sorry, I
Oh, you're
can't
in
see.
Google. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I wait. Sorry. Wait a minute. Why
Why?
didn't he leave gold in Singapore? Yeah. Because where is it? Because he would. It would be safe until the end of the war.
Okay, so he was worried that it would not be safe if he left it in Singapore.
Yeah. So he take this money to
He
Singapore.
afraid
Then
of rivals.
he take it to Philippines because he takes this money from place to place to be sure that it's safe. It will be safe until the end of the war. I think that.
Okay,
Can I continue with my small question?
sure, go ahead.
And how do you think if he leave the gold in Singapore, how anyone found it? How would somebody found it? How it correct?
You mean if it was in Singapore?
Yeah, would somebody
So
found it?
if it was in Singapore, do you think someone would have found it?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
I think in the paragraph he said like it's a short stop in Singapore. It's not that. So because of that, maybe he take it to Philippines. I don't know.
Okay.
Just imagination.
Yeah, it's a good question. It doesn't really tell us the answer in the paragraph. It's something you have to kind of
I
guess.
think Philippines is island, so it's much safer, he thought. Because Singapore is connected to the China or some countries on the land.
Aha, that's an interesting idea, Heidi. Very good. That's
No,
possible.
geography as nice, really. But this is the weird thing here that how can he take this gold with him in these countries? I mean, I think it's not that easy.
No, it wouldn't be. He would probably be very nervous if he had all that money with him, traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we can talk a bit more about this in a minute. Let's just practice a couple of words together, Shadow. You did very well. I only noticed a couple. The first one is up here in your first paragraph, and it's this word here. In this case, the A in the word is a short A. So it's pronounced stashed. Stashed. Can you say that?
Tashed.
Stashed.
Tashed.
Try and get that S sound at the very beginning, the S. Stashed.
Tashed.
Okay, getting a little better. Yes, okay. Do you know what that means? It says that the Japanese forces stashed large amounts of gold somewhere. So what does stashed mean?
They didn't. They took a lot of money. Tashed. They put it in a place that no one can know
Yeah,
about it.
exactly. It's hidden. Hidden.
Mm-hmm.
They stashed it away. They hid it away. Very good. Nicely done. I just want to say hello to, we've got a new student who's joined us. And it looks like your name is Chakib.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. Is that your name, Chakib?
Yeah, my name Chekib.
Okay. Where are you from?
Algeria,
Algeria. Okay, fantastic.
North Africa. Mm.
Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
So, Shadow, just getting back to you
Mhm.
for a minute. The other word I wanted to practice is just a couple of lines down. And this one has a long O sound, and it's pronounced loot. Loot.
Loot.
Good. So here's a few words that have that same sound. I'll write them in the chat box for you. We've got loot.
Loot.
Can you say those words I put in the chat box?
Um, Loot, put, suit.
Yeah, very good. You got that long O sound. Excellent. Okay. Anyone have any questions about these paragraphs before we move along?
Thank you.
One question.
Go ahead.
What does embezzlement or kickbacks mean?
Aha, what a great question. Down here we have embezzlement or kickbacks. Can anyone help us out and explain what that means?
The way how to steal money. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, it has to do with stealing money. You're quite right. Oh, well, let's just say hello to Sarah, who's joined us. Hi, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Can you hear us? Maybe she's having some mic problems. We can't hear you, Sarah. Keep trying though to communicate with us. Okay, so embezzlement and kickbacks. Yes, it has to do with theft. Anyone else have anything to add? Embezzlement.
Some percentage of money to get kickback.
Right. So if you embezzle money, it means maybe you work for a company and you secretly are stealing money from the company over the course of weeks and months. You're embezzling money from the company. So you're taking slowly money away from your company. That's embezzlement. And a kickback can mean different things, but when it has to do with money, it's sort of money given secretly by a seller to a buyer to influence him. So maybe a company is selling a building, and so the buyer says he's going to pay $1 million for this building, but then the seller of the building gives him a kickback, like a little rebate, secretly for buying the building, and then he puts that money in his pocket, and no one knows about it. So does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked. Good job. Okay, so let's go on to the next one here, the Lost Dutchman's Gold Mine. So let's see. Sarah, can you hear us? Sarah from Morocco. Is your microphone working? Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. Okay. Embezzlement means that you are slowly stealing money from.
She's have a problem
from
in
the
meeting.
company. Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Yeah.
How about Obaid? Can you hear us, Obaid? He's still having problems as well. Okay, so Chakib, you haven't had a chance to read yet.
Yeah.
So we could invite you to read the paragraph, and then maybe we can ask Abimelech to come up with a question for you, okay?
Okay.
Professor,
Go ahead, yes?
I can speak good English, Professor.
But can you
Uh,
read?
yeah,
You read this
yeah,
paragraph?
I have problem in English.
Well, that's okay. Do your best. We'll help you.
Uh, uh, thank you. I can't understand good English.
Do you prefer not to read?
Yeah, later.
You'd rather
I
rather
can.
not.
Yeah.
Can you read this sentence for me right here? Can you read this?
Wait. There's gold in them dark hills. Maybe the last Dutchman is argu not good, sir. Not good.
It's okay.
Not
Keep
good.
going. You're doing fine. I'll help you.
Is arguably the most famous lost mine in the as it's so lost. In fact, that people can even send to agree what state its location. Thought the gold the vein there could be really lucrative. Then not good, sir. Not good.
No. You're doing fine.
Mm.
You're doing fine.
Mm.
So, thank you, Chakib. I'll practice a
Thanks.
couple of words with you, okay?
Okay, thanks.
So, here, when you see something like this, you'll notice it has two letters with periods after them. So we would pronounce each letter. We would say U-S. U-S. Can you say that?
U.S.
Right. That stands for the United States. So it's a
United
short
States.
form. Yeah, the U.S.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
And then here we have, this is a state inside the U.S. It is Colorado. Colorado.
Colorado.
And California. California.
California.
Good. And Arizona.
Arizona.
Excellent, Chakib. You did a great job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you for reading. So
You're
now,
welcome, Professor.
you want to read a little bit more?
Okay. If some intrepid explorer could pinpoint its location, thought the gold vein there could be very lucrative.
Okay, nice. Nice job. And
Thank you.
just to speed things up, I'm going to read the rest of the paragraph for you, and then Abimelech is going to ask you a question. So the paragraph says, many believe the mine can be found somewhere in the Superstition Mountains near Phoenix. But who it belongs to and how it was discovered is where the story veers wildly off course. Some say the Apache tribe claimed it 150 years ago. Another tale has a Dr. Thorne stumbling upon the mine while he was under Navajo captivity. A third version says a couple of U.S. Army soldiers discovered it, then mysteriously turned up decapitated shortly thereafter. Several other semi-mysterious deaths have been recorded over the years, including one as recently as 2012. If you head out to the Superstition Mountains to seek the vein out for yourself, don't let your guard down.
Good.
Okay, so Abimelech, have you got a question about this paragraph you could ask us?
Yes, I will ask a simple question.
Okay.
Where is Thar Hills?
Where is, oh, up here.
Yes.
This one here. Okay. Wow, that's great. Now this is a saying. You see how it says, them thar hills? That's not really proper English.
Okay.
It's a way that people used to talk years ago. Instead of saying those hills, they used to say them thar hills. It's like very poor grammar.
Okay.
But now whenever somebody wants to talk like a cowboy, they'll speak that way. So the cowboy, he comes into town and he says, I found gold in them thar hills. So it just means that he found gold in the hills. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Do you have any other questions for us? Anybody else have a question about this paragraph?
No.
Okay, very good. Well, fellas, it was a very interesting class. I hope you liked learning about some of these lost treasures. Our time is up for today. Maybe we can read about the other ones in the article another occasion. So I should tell you that I'm going to be going away on a trip for a month. So I won't have any more classes on Verbling for a few weeks. But I will be coming back, and I hope you won't forget about me, and you can join my classes when I get back from my trip. So it's been nice. You did very well, everyone, today. Good job. So have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for
Thank you.
class. Good luck in
You're
the trip.
welcome.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
teacher.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, bye, sure.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.